Set your butane torches to high and your expectations to low. Coming to you from the Cigar Cave in the hills of the Steel City. Get ready to get your fix. This is the Cigar Junkies Podcast.
Welcome to the Cigar Junkies Podcast.
The cigar show for the community, by the community.
A forum that talks stogies, booze, food, and anything else in the cigar lifestyle.
If you're looking for ratings, negativity, or an authority on all things cigars, you came to the wrong place.
Whether you like what you hear or not, please join the conversation and let us know by finding us
at the Cigar Junkies Facebook group
or contacting us at thecigarjunkies@gmail.com.
What's up, junkies?
Technical difficulties aside, we are here.
Yeah, boy.
We're always here. We just aren't necessarily out there.
Yes, yeah, that's true. That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
We may not be on the introverse, but we're there.
Yep. And Sam's a square today because you can't drink and smoke.
Yeah.
So I'd say don't,
L7 weenie.
And why don't you tell the kids at home why?
I went and got a bunch of dental work done and set myself up for pretty much just failure for the week. I feel like crap. It's terrible. Stitches are involved. They're cutting into other parts of my... It's not fun. But such is life.
I've been there.
Yeah.
It's sad. This is a good pairing, I think.
Thanks for that. Appreciate it.
I put thought into it.
I'm glad that now he's going to be on it with that.
Don't worry, kids. I'm not on anything. As a matter of fact, Sam's the one that's on something because he's got prescription medications.
Yeah, I'm not on any of those right now.
This is bothering me.
Much better.
Prettiness. Yeah. So, no, I knew we were going to be smoking this, and the wife was kind of... she took the foot off the pedal for the drinking thing, and unbeknownst to me, the reason why. I guess she just was tired of not having energy on the weekends.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
So she's kind of like, maybe I'm going to take the foot off the pedal and chill out a little bit. And then she'll make, like, subtle suggestions, like, maybe you guys should drink wine on the show tonight. And I'm like, I'm not that stupid. I'm a man, but I know what that means. You want me to go get your wine? But I was like, I told her, I says, if I'm going to drink wine on the show, it won't be the kind of wine that you're currently drinking. Because she's currently drinking white. She drinks Sauvignon Blanc. She likes super dry either way, but she'll drink reds in the summertime or in the wintertime, but drinks white during the summer.
What's that full body whenever it's cold out?
Yeah, I think, I don't know what the deal was. Something there that was too much of it was messing up her stomach or something. So she's been kind of on a white kick for a while. And so I told her, I says, I'm going red. And she's like, I could do that. It's starting to cool down.
Yeah.
I said, all right.
Nice.
So I actually have an extra bottle, but I don't have it within arm's reach, but I do have the empty in front of me.
What do you got?
I have the Francis Coppola Cabernet Sauvignon. Is a really good dry red wine. It has a pretty little netting around it. It's actually made of wire.
Oh, wow.
And it's nice because it makes it hard to open the bottle because you got to, like, shimmy it all around and shit.
You gotta, like, try and find a spot you can get a grip on it.
Yeah, it's actual metal wire there, though. But it's a great wine.
It's terrible.
I think my buddy Evan introduced me to that one, and pairs really well with red meat, as Cabernet Sauvignons should.
They usually go
but I thought that'd be a good way to go.
Hell yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and just get right into it, I guess,
do it.
because we're already talking about the beverage. Let's go ahead and talk about the cigar of the week.
It's time for the Cigar of the Week, brought to you by Leaning House Fine Cigars. The Leaning House is your destination for the ultimate cigar smoking experience. Whether you're exploring their wide selection of premium cigars, unwinding in their comfortable lounge, or enjoying live music on one of the most unique and intimate live music venues in the burg, the house has something for everyone. Do you want to try the stick we're smoking today? Stop by leaninghousefinecigars.com or visit Dave in Bell Vernon or Heidi in Brownsville. Wherever you are, make the house your home for premium cigars.
And the cigar of the week is the Tabernacle, which is by Foundation Cigars. And it is a 6.5. We were trying to determine what the size was. There's no size on here, and Sam always, every week, forgets to look. He has to look at the cigar.
Usually it's on the cello, and I can get away with it.
Not this time, sir.
No, I did not get lucky this time.
So we're calling this, it's a 6.5, so it's not a 6x52 Toro. I'm calling it a 6.5 by 54 because it's bigger than 52. Yeah, it's a little bit thicker.
She's a biggin.
Yes, sir. But, of course, this is of Foundation Cigars, owned by Nick Melillo, previously a Drew Estate fame. The wrapper is Connecticut broadleaf, the binder San Andreas, with fillers from Esteli, Jalapa, and Homastron.
Homastron.
Yeah, it's a fun word, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It
not
is.
bad. So, what do you know about Nick Melillo?
Not much, actually. So
All right.
I stay out of the personalities game for the most part. I mean, I generally
'Cause
don't
you don't
know
have
who's
one.
What? Yeah,
I want to be jealous.
No, I don't pay attention to who's who.
You never did. The ironic thing is you've never listened to shit like this.
No,
Like
Yeah.
like I have. By the way, our monitor has nothing on it.
that's great.
It doesn't have to. That's there usually
No.
just for you
Yeah, no, it's
to,
fine.
to keep you looking in the right direction.
So I'm looking at the
But it's just
camera.
like a Facebook banner
Yeah.
up top, general.
It's fine.
Stuff on there that has nothing to do with our show. So I can pretty much freeball on Nick Melillo.
Yeah.
I don't have to read off the paper. I put some information there just in case I missed anything. But Nick Melillo, one of the 2 or 3 big names behind Drew Estate, I guess. If you look at Jonathan Drew as being the head, you got the right hand and the left hand, one of which, the other big name, Steve Saka.
Yeah.
Steve Saka, just a real mind for tobacco and for business. Nick Melillo was on the other side. He actually started his career in cigars. He actually was going for a master's degree. He was like a college boy, went backpacking through Europe and shit.
Oh, wow.
But while he was working for a cigar shop up in Connecticut, he met Jonathan Drew in an event there, and they became friends. And so I think the story goes that Nick was actually in Japan when he got the text from Jonathan Drew saying, "Hey, I need to talk to you."
Nice.
And was like, "You're coming in." And so he went and did a bunch of different jobs throughout the factory, learned all kinds of different stuff, was essentially Jonathan Drew's right-hand man in the company, and then became the head of tobacco and blender. So most of the stuff that you know today, like the Liga Privada, acids, all that stuff, primarily came from Steve and from Nick. Nick is just a little bit less known than Jonathan and Steve,
Yeah,
I'd say.
not by much though.
Yeah, so grew up on Connecticut broadleaf farms. So he had a lot of experience with that. Always loved broadleaf, and I think that's a lot of why. Well, Steve's also from the New England area
Right.
as well, so they both have an appreciation for that tobacco. Yeah, so he started his own company, which I don't remember the exact date, and I'm glad that I wrote that down. In 2015, he went off and started his own. Well, obviously, Saka started DTT, and they came out with the El Wawense and the Tabernacle. So the Tabernacle is kind of something akin to what you would have had as a Liga Privada back in the day.
Yeah, I mean it's by far my favorite foundation. I've actually never had that size. There's a short torpedo
Okay.
I had the other day. It was phenomenal, and I was excited to see the difference between that and that.
But not today.
Not today though.
No.
Yeah, I was excited about it because I'm like, I mean that short torpedo is only 3.5.
Was it the David?
I think so.
Is it like a Perfecto or a torpedo?
It's a torpedo. It's a short torpedo.
Okay, because I know there's the David and Goliath line, which I haven't had, which are essentially just
Yeah.
variations of this in different shapes that are small.
It might have been the David. I mean, but it was a short torpedo. It was not a. And that's what she said got thrown at us. It was small.
Yeah.
Yep. Well played, John. Well played, John Evans.
Yeah, well, that's what Johnny's good for.
Yeah.
You need a smart ass, you got him out here. And I'm sure his next comment's probably going to be better than a dumbass, but I've heard that one before. That actually reminds me I should probably monitor the situation myself if possible. I feel like there's a lot of pressure on me to lead today.
Yes, because I am not. I am not up to standards by any means.
Yeah, you're incapable of participating
Yeah, this
in
smells
almost
fantastic.
anything.
Yeah.
I really like this wine a lot. I even took the right steps. So, like, my wife is not patient when it comes to liquor.
Oh, yeah.
Pop it, pour, and go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's me too.
But I know that aeration is
Yeah.
supposed to be important. So I actually went through the effort of pulling out a decanter and pouring it into the decanter and letting it rest in the air for a little while before the show.
Nice.
So hopefully we get all that full body. Turned on the heater in the house for the first time today. That's very interesting, Steve Newman. Thank you for that delightful cigar information.
How's the weather?
Oh, John said it's his wedding anniversary. He's been drinking for hours.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need an excuse. If it's a day off, it's a day off.
I'll be popping Vicodin in a few hours, so that'll help. Which is why.
Well,
this
you
is all
gotta
I
you
get.
gotta get on that soon because you don't want to do that too late. I think we talked about
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah, you and I have kind of similar reaction on it.
Yeah.
Body goes just okay, I'm good, but the
Brain.
brain just takes off. Yeah,
Yeah, it's cranking.
not a great scenario.
So, have you had anything cigar related that you could talk about this week? There's been some things happen at the shop.
Yeah, so the foam company that we had lined up.
For the record, to spray the ceiling,
Yeah.
seal up all the cracks
the
and stuff to
insulation.
make sure that the little girls in the dance studio
Yeah.
weren't getting
Everybody,
copious
yeah, just-
amounts of secondhand smoke.
Basically taking the whole thing and just doing a shell of the whole unit so that there was no smoke could get out anywhere. Had them lined up for that, and then they jerked us around a couple times, and then I get a short notice like, hey, we'll be out there on Friday to do the job. Okay, Friday, you're going to be done by Monday. Yep, cool. Get there about a half hour, 45 minutes late, or they get there about a half hour, 45 minutes late. And the guy's like, all right, man, let's go. I'm like, cool, let's rock and roll. He's like, all right, where's the panel at? I'm like, what panel? He's like, your electric panel. So we don't have one. Well, what do you mean you don't have one? Well, we don't have power to the unit. Like, there's no power, there's no electric panel, there's nothing turned on.
There's no power to the unit.
No.
That's what she said.
But yeah, there's nothing in there. So he's like, well, we can't do it. I'm like, well, figure it the fuck out. Like, I got nothing. I told you this when you quoted it. So long story short, me and the boss went back and forth a couple times. And luckily enough, I got the number of another guy off of them who, in my case, was a disgruntled employee who was happy to help me out as quickly as possible. Beat the price, and he's going to get it done in the same timeline. So, yeah, I got really lucky on that, but I wasn't going to keep letting the guy jerk me around. I mean, he was talking about raising the price on me and extending my time by a good bit. And I'm like, yeah, no mas. It actually got a crowd, which is kind of funny. There was a crowd of people waiting outside the bank to go in, and they're all just standing there looking at this awkward thing because I'm on the phone with the guy going, no. They, back and forth with them. Hung up the phone. I walked over. I'm like, hey, guys, sorry, nothing against y'all. Pack up, get out of here. And these, like, 4 older guys at the bank just start clapping. They're just like, hey. I'm like, whoa, what was that about? He's like, dude, that's what it should be like. I'm like, yeah, I wish if I don't find a contractor quick, it's going to cost me way more than that would have done. But you know what? Whatever, man. So.
John Evans is alive in the chat room today.
Hell yeah.
He says audio sounds good. That's good to know. About to bust out a Julius Caesar. It's a cigar that I whipped out for my brother-in-law's wedding. And so, like, they've all been pretty heavy on those ever since in that tight circle there. But I gotta give props to John for his prick ass response to the question the other day of how'd you hear about the show? He says, "Oh, whenever I was setting up the studio with Corey." It's actually I acquired the gear from John.
It
so
was a
he
fairly
was
accurate statement. He wasn't
instrumental in the foundation. Oh, look at me! That was an unintentional reference. Yeah, that's pretty good. Wait, I got something for that.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah, he was around for the first show that was unairable.
The one that will never be seen.
Yeah, it's right up there with the lost episode.
Hell yeah. Let's see. What else is going on? What's up with you this week?
Nothing, dude. Covering extra hours. My coworker, the other manager in my department, has been down in Mexico creeping on senoritas.
Good for him.
And probably senoritas.
Good
so
for him.
Either way, right?
You do you, boo.
That's all. So yeah, but just been working a lot of extra hours over there, and trying to get things accomplished. My days off have been all sporadic. I did go up to camp last week and move my tree stand.
Yeah, you got it all done?
Yeah, so it works out pretty well. We'll see. It's easy to say that until you get out in the woods and determine if you actually see anything. That is
it does help.
That is a big part of the equation. But that's the snap of where she is now.
Nice. Here.
Here you go.
Get in on her.
Hold on. I'm not. There we go. I was like, hold on, it's a delay. Wait, that screen
one
shouldn't be
shouldn't.
delayed.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a
The tree mahal. Here, look at it from this angle.
the tree. Fucking prick.
How's it look from over here?
There's a different energy in this show today.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have fun with it anyways.
Yeah, you better.
Yeah. Oh, I got a ton of the air changing equipment for the shop in today.
Hell yeah.
I got 6 of the big Coways in. I got all my fans with the exception of one. All the inlines though that I need, the 805 CFM 12-inch fans that I'm putting into that I'm running to a chaseway outside. So I'm excited to hear how loud they are or aren't, preferably aren't.
Maybe you need to have the foam guys come back afterward and foam over top of them to dampen the sound.
Well, so the fans don't make noise.
No,
like
the air movement.
Yeah, like I got a 4-inch one from these guys, and I set it on the ground before I started. Like, how loud is this thing? I turn it on, it makes no noise.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like silent. And then I hooked up the ductwork and everything, and now as soon as I turn it on, it's oh, okay. So yeah, it's the air movement's making all that noise, which I just learned the other day.
Air does make noise. Occasionally.
Yeah.
Actually, all the time. Air's the only... You can't have noise without air. I mean, you
Sure.
kind of can.
It carries noise.
That's true. Yeah, it's like the
Could be
highway.
There it is. It's the highway to loud.
Air is the audio highway. Yeah, that feels
I
like...
dig it, man.
That feels like an album.
Yeah.
Air is the highway on which audio travels, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I got those in. I'm really excited for that. So I got, if things work out right, I got the foam guys going to be finishing up on Sunday night. The HVAC guys will be coming in on Monday. They'll be there, I'm figuring probably 2 days for that, so Monday, Tuesday. And then I'll get my guy back in, and he'll run the ductwork and the fans for all the where everything's going for that part, and then starting to run wire.
Run the wire.
Run that wire. I'm gonna do that. And did you just jam it into the mic again?
Yeah.
You got like a good one that time though, didn't you?
That I did.
Did it like sear
Yeah, I
it
was
up?
trying
or
to...
anything?
At least I avoided the loud noises. I
Yeah,
just
you
wanted
didn't
to
get as
move
much
the
click
mic.
and pop as normal.
I felt like wanted to have a little bit more of a natural...
Like a actual like conversation kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm still
whacking
working
into
on it.
stuff.
I'm still working on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like every week it's like, okay, no, this is better. No, this is better. No, this is better.
It depends on who's in the studio, right?
Yeah.
We have to move. I have to change the configuration of everything to accommodate more people because the camera angle doesn't work off the board. So we have to get wild and put a tripod up at the end or mount it from the
Yeah.
ceiling as I used to, kind of just playing musical mounts and
Move it around wherever it's got to be.
yeah, I tore the whole board apart today, and I didn't tear it all apart, but I rerouted a lot of wiring and stuff and tried to clean up some of the mess so that whenever it does go into travel mode, that it's a little bit, more appeasing to the eye.
Yeah, no, it looks good. I mean, it definitely, you can see that you cleaned it all up too, because a couple of wires, it's starting to get, from unplugging and replugging.
Oh yeah, because somebody prefers a certain headphone style over other ones.
I'm
and-
just saying they were twisted up. Okay.
No, yeah, it's 100% right. It was, just trying to clean things up a little bit. And the whole time I was sitting there thinking, man, Sam doesn't know how much time I put into this.
Oh, I do, because you tell me every
Now you
single
do.
week.
Now you
Every
do.
week.
But you
every
didn't.
week you make sure I know.
Wow, yeah.
You keep you keep me informed.
That's what you appreciates about me.
Is that what I appreciates about you?
I assume as much, anyways. I don't know. Perhaps not.
Something of the sorts.
So, is there like if we're being optimistic, is there because I know that you've kind of gotten a little bit more realistic with your opening dates.
Well,
but
no, I
if
just
you're
get
looking
things
at
moving
things and
around.
go, okay, if everything goes relatively according to plan with everything the way it is right now, do we have an optimistic open date?
Let's see. I don't have a final delivery date with the shelving yet, but it should be 2 weeks. So I don't know. Should be November.
Okay.
Mid-November. If everything goes optimistically well, if it goes bad, I mean, I'm still intending to open even in December.
Well, that's good news for the kids out there. They should be able to buy their Christmas gifts
Yeah,
over at Just the Tip.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you got me thinking about the angry stuff.
It's what I do.
All the crap that I'm just like, I just dealt with this all week. Nah.
That's my wheelhouse right there. I
That's
smoke
it?
cigars and aggravate people.
Aggravate people.
First one thing I could do, it's get under your skin.
No, the nice thing about like the way things went the last couple days was the shop being ready for the foam. There's nothing I can do there. It's like I went back and I was working on some of the POS stuff, and then I'm like, you know what, screw this. Like I need to just like clean up around my house, like just the stupid lawn care stuff that you just that spot's fine for a little bit. Well, that spot's now overgrown and it's a bug fest, I'm sure, over there. So, go ahead.
John's got a new says Corey T-shirt idea, but I don't know. I did not understand that reference. I'm sure it had to be something that I said, but I don't know. You're gonna have to clue me in with another comment there, John.
Yeah, John. Just so you know, it's like a 20-second delay.
Anything for the opening or pre-opening? I know that you plan a couple of soft opens.
Yeah, I have 2 soft opens planned, and then soft opens will be the first soft open will be probably Junkies and PCC. And then the other one's going to be Fire EMS, first responders, give them the first crack at the shop. And then after that, we'll be open for a little while. We're going to do a grand opening when it's nice out. We got that big parking lot there. We want to actually have an event, make an event out of it.
Oh, and I got a bone to pick with Colby. Colby says, as a theater tech, if it works, don't mess with it. I did not mess with it for the audio. Now, if you're talking about the configuration of the wires, yeah. But the audio trouble that we experienced at the beginning of the show was just because of the fact that OBS decided that it did not want to keep my previous settings. So nothing was changed. It just said, screw things. Oh, I smoke cigars and I aggravate people. I actually kind of stole that already from a T-shirt because I have the one that was taken from Game of Thrones because the T-shirt from that one, which I got for my wife, says that's what I do. I drink and I know things.
Yeah.
And so she got me one that says that's what I do. I smoke cigars and I know things.
Nice.
It doesn't roll off the tongue quite as well.
Yeah, but it works.
It does. It does.
It's fine.
It gets the
It's
job
fine.
done.
Don't get stressed on it too much.
Yeah. It'd be a better bumper sticker for me probably.
So tell me about the cigar since I don't have one.
So this is not the size preference that I would have, to be fair.
To be fair.
The burn isn't terrible. It's not coming in like perfectly straight as you might want it to, but that's just a issue that we have in Pennsylvania with changing humidities and temperatures. So it's hard to say, how much time the cigar has been resting for, if that could have had any effect. But I feel like it's burning a little slow. Like I feel like if I let it go for a minute and I go to take a puff, that's the catch-up puff. You have to do the follow-up. It's like, okay, that was the one that heat it back up, and now you got to hit it again. But definitely great pairing with this wine, for sure.
Yeah.
This is a full-bodied cigar, and it's a cigar that I do It's weird because when I first had it, I loved this cigar so much. And I smoked a whole bunch of them, and I kind of feel like I burned myself out on them real quick.
Oh, really?
You ever have that? A cigar that was just great, and then all of a sudden you're like, something changed. Was it me? Was it the cigar? I don't know. But for sure, if you're a full body cigar smoker, this is 100% in my recommendation for you all the time.
Yes.
Maybe not this size.
Steve Newman, that's one that I know would be kind of up your way on it. John said, what wine are you drinking? You want to show him the bottle again? Or what was it called?
It's called Francis Coppola.
Okay.
And I'll hand it to you this time. You have a little bit of a better access. So it's Francis Coppola. It is a Cabernet Sauvignon. It is actually pretty reasonable in terms of price as well. It was actually, if you're in PA, $3 off right now. I see you sneaking it in.
What do you mean sneaking it in?
That's what she said.
Hey,
Yeah.
calm down now. You got to put it back up over there because it's prettier behind you.
I'm not the one that's holding my sausage under the table.
Listen, I'm always holding my sausage under the table. It's pretty much just that's the standard.
The standard is the standard.
It is. What? What are we here? No, dude, this is one of the better red wines I've had in a long time, actually.
Yeah, this was an Evan recommendation. Of course, Evan's dad, Doug, is a notable junkie.
Yes.
Who you may have run into on the deck from time to time. You used to be able to recognize him by his glorious beard.
I know, dude.
Not as much anymore.
Yeah. He took it off. Well, we were there the same night we saw him. Started yelling. Everybody was just like, no. It's not okay.
Yeah, he came here for the unofficial junkie cookout, and just everyone. Who the fuck is that?
Yeah, it took time.
If he wasn't carrying a case of the Icy Delights, I don't know if I'd have recognized him at all. I think that was the only clue I had was like, oh, that's Doug.
Yeah.
Nobody else would show up with a case of Icy Light.
Yeah. Not
He
at
loves
all.
him.
Really?
It just wouldn't be the first thing that they. Not like, oh, nobody else is going to drink that.
Yeah,
but that's the person that's going to bring a case of them.
Because that's what he wants.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's a simple man.
Yeah?
Boom. And Colby thinks you have the COVID.
No, I've had enough times, I know.
Yeah.
I do not have the Rona. I just have a toothache. Like, bunch of
Well,
dental-
no, he has a no toothache.
Yeah, no toothache. Giant hole in my jaw to match. So,
Hey, there's wine in here if you want it.
Jesus.
My fault. You're too far away. Just going for a walk.
She's
I'll
like,
clip it down later.
Wine or go for a walk. You chose poorly. No?
Weiner?
Why not?
Weiner?
Why now? It is winner. Sausage that is winner.
They should make a Weeble out of one of those.
Weeble?
You don't remember Weebles? Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. It was like, you ever see the clown punching bag?
Yeah.
That pops back up on its own? It was like a little kid's toy. It was like that. It was like weighted at the bottom and rounded, so you knock it over, it just pops back up. And that was their. And I was just thinking, it'd be amusing to say my wiener wobbles, but it don't fall down.
My wiener wobble, but it don't fall down.
Maybe when I was younger, not so much these days.
It falls down.
It falls down on occasion.
Oh, not nice, not nice. So, what was I gonna say? Oh, what do you think of Billy the Kid last week?
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah.
It always is. I love that show. You spend more time not on the deck.
Right.
Now, I assume after October, there's not going to be a whole lot going on for you after that. But next year, do you intend to lounge a little bit more often? I suppose Saturday nights are probably a busy night.
I won't be.
Just
I won't,
a tip.
Yeah, I won't be at Leaning House next year for that.
Well, not as an employee.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
thinking like as
like actually like
you're going and chilling. But the problem is depending on what operating
if I
hours
have
you
any-
have at your own shop, it may conflict. I
Yeah,
suppose
it's a free time issue, but
that's all right. That's all right.
Yeah.
Maybe we could do the twat waffles in the
There you
in the
go.
tip
and the
instead of Billy the Kid on the deck.
twat waffles and the silly sausage in the tip.
Yeah.
No, it's too much. That one's too much to say. Oh. Yeah, man.
Colby said she's a weeble.
She's got.
You made him hurt. I appreciate that about you, Colby.
But I do fall down.
You do fall down. Yeah, that does. The wine helps that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's keep this thing rolling. Huh?
Rolling.
I think I already hit that one. I think we're on to this guy. It's time for the cigar news, brought to you by Tom's Penworks. As a cigar smoker, you appreciate luxury. And as a premium cigar smoker, you appreciate handmade craftsmanship. And as a customer of Tom's Penworks, you'll appreciate the selection of custom-made, limited production items that you can show off to your friends. From handmade pens, pencils, bottle openers, cigar cases, and now custom rings, Tom will create something special for you or your loved one. Find him on the web at etsy.com/shop/Tom's Penworks. And as always, you can find the link in the description for this episode. And that's enough of that. Does the pain medication make that song more bearable for you?
I wasn't saying it.
You seem to be enjoying
Let's
it.
play with my sausage.
You're playing with it.
All right. Like I said, I've accepted it as what it is. I just thought it catches me so off guard because the beginning is just, da-da, and then all of a sudden you get, yeah, I don't know. It's too chilled.
Come on, man. That's like, it's still the most professional thing I've made so far, I
I
think.
didn't say that it was bad. I just find it to not suit the material around it, which I guess is good because it stands out. Tom's Penworks coming to you soon.
It's a higher quality. That's why it doesn't match up. Everything else is just so low.
It's like playing with a silly sausage or something.
That's right. All right. Well, Gloria Cubana is going back to its roots. A new cigar called the 8th Street is the name. This copy-paste stuff has got to go. I chop it up a little bit because I don't want it to be like. First of all, some of the articles are real wordy.
Yeah.
It's like I ain't got time for all that. I
Ain't
got time
nobody
to
got
have
time
my
for that.
little monologues in between, but I ain't got time for all that reading.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nah, so I move it around a little bit. Called the 8th Street, it is a reference to Miami's Little Havana section and the street where the cigars were originally produced at El Titan de Bronze, which is a tiny cigar factory on the street for the cigar's namesake. Made in only one Toro size, 6x50, La Gloria Cubana 8th Street is a limited release that consists of an Ecuadorian Havana Oscuro wrapper, that's a lot of words,
Yeah.
Nicaraguan binder, and filler from Nicaragua at Dominican Republic. Only 5,000 boxes will be made. I believe they're 10-count boxes. So you're looking at 50,000 cigars, period.
Yeah, and that's it.
That
She's
is
done.
all. Ain't no more beyond that. I lost my feed. I can get it back later.
Are you big on the La Glorias?
La Gloria Cubana was the first cigar that I think, and still my favorite of like the big box brand.
Yeah.
Like it's got that luxury feel to it, right?
Yeah.
You feel like you can light that cigar up in a high end place and feel like you know what you're doing when you don't,
Yeah.
which is my first experience with it. And it's got a good presentation, nice full body, a lot of flavor to it. So yeah, I'd still smoke a La Gloria. The Siri Armaduro was
Yep.
always my favorite.
That's I think we've talked about it on here before, but that was kind of the cigar that was like the swap of just like, this is something I do to relax to, okay, now I want to see what everything tastes like and I want to experience this full body one. Because I think I got that one at Nelson Laguasto's at their first location.
Oh, okay. Getting your
Um,
back cracked were you?
No, I was driving past, saw sign said cigars. So, yeah, I think I got it from there because he was the first one to ask me like real questions and everything, and it was nice because here, try this group of cigars. I think it was like 4 or 5. He's like, try all these, and then keep the bands of the ones you like and bring them back.
Yeah, that's a pretty common smart play, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is keep the band on the ones that you like, and then because when especially if you're doing online samplers,
Yeah.
you'll like it. Man, that one was good. Which one was it? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. There was a lot in that box. No, I mean, that's kind of the methodology I use a lot of time too is, the Leaning House sample pack is pretty much perfect for it. You grab the 4-pack and the Connecticut, the Habano, the Connecticut Broadleaf, and the Maduro, and tell people, smoke through these and tell me which ones you like. And usually just off giving them those 4 and they come back, I can start getting them on cigars that they like.
Do you know why they refer to some of that stuff? I've seen it with cigars, and I've seen it with alcohol too, like a test flight.
Yeah.
Why do you know why they call it that?
No.
No, I don't either. I suppose I don't know if it just sounded cool. I'm wondering what the origin of that
flight
term
of
is.
a flight of bourbon is, trying 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, I
And
guess
wonder
that's what it is.
Somebody Google that stuff and let us know, why is it called a flight?
Get on there, Sam. I don't see Patty or Chichingo out there, so
No, but
they must have forsaken
the numbers
us.
are moving around. They'll show up.
Yeah.
They're probably somewhere better, to be honest.
How hard would that be, really?
That's what I said.
Although
most
for them,
likely.
I think they'd rather be here than anywhere.
They'd rather be here, hanging out, doing the show with you. They love it, man.
Indeed, they do.
And
Moving along.
moving on out.
The new Weller by Cohiba starts shipping today. This year's release has its binder aged in Weller bourbon barrels. They were transported to the distillery from the distillery to General Cigar Dominicana, the factory where the cigars are rolled. Made in only one limited edition size, 6x50 Toro, is composed of tobaccos from 5 different countries. An Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper, a barrel-aged Connecticut broadleaf binder, and filler from the Dominican, Nicaragua, and Honduras. So that was like the melting pot right there,
Yeah.
buddy. They put a little bit of everything in there. Then another one of my favorite cigar makers is in the news here. Oscar Valadares has 2 new lines that have started shipping, the Raw Dog and the 10th anniversary. The Raw Dog has got to be up your alley just because of the name, Mr. Just the Tip.
Raw dog in it. Raw dog in it, Valadares style.
That's it. The 10th anniversary is a dual wrapper, one leaf from Mexico and the other from Honduran Candela, while the binder comes from Honduras and the filler comes from Nicaragua. I didn't see what I consider to be a great picture, so I don't know if this is a barber pull or if it's just double wrapped with a San Andreas and a Candela, but it sounds interesting.
I think I
to
had
be
one.
sure. I'm sure you did. I think they had them out at PCA.
I think I smoked one at PCA.
I'm sure you didn't save one for me. I know that.
No, I think I just got one and smoked it while I was in the booth.
Then there's the Raw Dog, a new
The
regular
Raw
production
Dog.
line that does not use a wrapper, at least not in a traditional sense. Instead of using a wrapper or grade leaf, the cigar simply uses a binder and filler, both of which come from Honduras. I'm sorry, somebody's phone isn't on silent and it distracted me.
Sorry,
That's my excuse, and I'm
at the beginning
sticking
of the
with
show that I had to turn my sound back on for. So you lose that attitude right now, girlfriend.
The binder is grown in the Koppen region, while the filler comes from Hamastron and Koppen. Like every other cigar in today's news, this cigar will be a 6x50 Toro.
I was actually, when you said it on the second one, I'm like, well, that's a thing, huh?
Oh, yeah, it seems to be the flavor of the week or the size of the day or however you want to word it. Them 6x50 Toro, it's a popular size, which is good. I appreciate that size.
Nice. Well, what I appreciate about Colby is every resource seems to agree that flight originates from second dictionary definition of the word. Flight as a noun is a group of creatures or objects flying together in particular.
Yeah.
So
Get you
thank
high
you,
so
Colby.
you can fly, baby.
Get you high so you can fly.
Mm-hmm.
Flying real high. High as a motherfucker. Having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what sucks about that, though, is the munchies have to be a little harder
Nah.
after that. No?
No.
No? Just lots of ice cream.
No, just lots of water.
Yeah?
Yep.
Oh, all right. Different than my day.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this.
You're enjoying the enjoying?
I'm enjoying not enjoying that I like.
You don't know it because you didn't watch it.
No,
That's a Seinfeld reference.
of course it is.
Oh, so you're enjoying the not enjoying.
Yeah, I really am because the no drinking, no smoking anything it's kind of nice because it keeps me a little clearer headed and I don't eat as much when I don't drink. I don't know why. It sounds silly. So I don't feel like such a fat bastard.
There was an episode of Seinfeld where George's girlfriend had mono or something, so they couldn't bang. And so since they couldn't bang, like, he started getting smarter and smarter the more he went without having sex. and so that was the whole thing on that episode. Now, meanwhile, Elaine, I want to knock over my glass.
Yeah.
Elaine, on the other hand, was not having sex with her boyfriend, got dumber and dumber. And the analogy used was like, it's like the trash. You put it out on the curb and just expect some guy in a jumpsuit to come by and take it out. He says, but when you don't, it just piles up and gets you all messed up in your head and stuff. And so, but that was the whole thing, was George was like enjoying exploring his intellectual side.
Actually.
And so he goes, so you're enjoying the not enjoying.
I have time to read, so many activities.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's really fun.
And he says, so you're never going to have sex again? He's like, God, Jerry, we both knew there was a good chance I was never going to have sex again anyways.
I like it.
Yeah, it was a good episode.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Lots of gold in the older episodes.
Lots
there.
of
That's gold, Jerry. Gold.
All right, so that's going to be the new high one that
Yeah.
we're going to have to
Why
watch
is it
out
so
for.
loud? That's weird.
And they all just have their own different levels.
So it used to be.
I could adjust it.
It's your birthday that was the loud one.
Well, that's the newest soundbite, so it hasn't
Uh-oh.
been tempered. What we got?
Colby said, "Oh my God, you guys are like men on films from In Living Color." Why did I just realize that? I have no idea. I mean, I watched In Living Color a little bit.
Yeah, me too, but not a whole lot. It was
No.
like, oh, this is all that's on one of the 3 channels. I would have
Yeah.
rather watched cartoons.
I'm not familiar. Shoot us a link to a YouTube video or something.
It sounds
like
if I remember correctly, I think it's probably going to be like the Wayans brothers, trying to do a satiric interpretation of like film critics.
that. Yeah.
That's fair.
I could see that.
I would imagine us more as the grumpy Muppets in the balcony of the theater.
Shut the fuck up, Corey. I'm trying to watch the show.
Yeah, I think that'd probably be a more apt interpretation of us. But hey,
Yeah, you'll have that.
the good news is the time's rolling by. I always get
Is it?
nervous, especially whenever I feel pressured to
Yeah.
run the show, which is fine. I've come to the realization that I should probably read everything off the sheet from now on.
Yeah.
If you ever feel like you need to interject and change that, you can go ahead. But
I have no problem with it at all.
yeah, I didn't
Read
think you
away,
would.
Corey.
I didn't think you would. I think your pen's helping you enjoy this a lot
That's
more.
my downtime. I'm good with it.
I think you need to prescribe yourself that every week.
No. Not that often.
You're out not as crotchety.
It's usually just for bedtime.
You getting ready to go to bed, are you?
No, not there yet. Wrong one. So
I don't know what that means. I did not understand that reference.
Di-
All I know is my wife
different
better
pen.
get on here so that she knows that she got to come down here before the wine's gone because this shit's good.
why is that a wine gun? It's supposed to be rum. I realized it halfway through.
Yeah, well, the reference was on par, but I think your wording was still off.
Yeah.
It's why is the wine why is the wine always gone?
Always gone. Yeah.
Why is the rum always gone?
Why's the rum gone? Why's the rum always gone? I used to be able to do his voice spot on.
Yeah, you're still pretty close, but there's some like Australian in there for no reason
I
or
used to
something.
Nail it. You just need to really just sort of let yourself slow down with it. It's like, I don't know, I'm trying to do my best at it, but it does not sound right at all. That's what I'm saying. I used to be able to nail it. Now it's like, yeah, not close.
Yeah, you need to practice that one a little bit, I think. I'm trying to remember if I have anything else new in here. I got little bits and pieces. This is probably appropriate for your current state of mind. Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Let's see. What? Different stuff. Like, I'm trying to think in the shop, like different ways to lay out. I got that little room that's going to be in the back, that little conference room. Right? So this
For
is
all them conferences.
all the conferences and all the important
Hey
times.
guys, let's have a cigar conference.
Yeah, but I mean, it's going to be about the size of the garage. So
Fuck you.
What is this?
What's your space?
8 or 10 foot wide.
Oh, it's got to be bigger than 8.
Yeah, it's
Not much. I'd give you 10.
yeah.
That level is 8 foot. I would say 10, maybe even 12, but you can't tell because the room is so much shit encroaching from every possible direction.
How wide is the door? I mean, it's a simple. No. Yeah, so it's gonna be about the size of this. So I'm trying to figure out how to lay it out. So I have that one poker table I'm gonna set up towards the front of it. And
Who helped you get that?
What's that?
Who helped you get that?
I got it free.
Yeah, but who helped you?
Was that one you sent me?
Yeah. Just looking for my little bit of, hey, good
Oh,
job.
no,
man.
honestly, man, I get them from a couple people.
Yeah, but not as good as me.
No,
Not as
you,
me.
dude, you've actually you find them.
find some gold.
Yeah,
I am
Gold.
really good at shopping with other people's money.
It doesn't bother you at all, huh?
Even better when it's free.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm shopping with other people's space because, like, I'd love to get that. I could get it for nothing, but I got nowhere to put it.
got nowhere to put it.
I don't have the money for divorce, and I've grown kind of fond of my wife, so
Yeah.
maybe I probably shouldn't
Keep her
bring
around.
anything else home.
No, I got.
I know. Sam's got some.
No, God, no, I don't. I mean, I got both 2-car garages are packed full to the point where everything I got in today.
You will have room.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I got to keep the floors cleared out in there until the flooring contractor comes through and finishes up their side of things. And I don't have a set date for them yet, but I can do other things before they get there, so at least it doesn't stop me.
It's actually probably beneficial to do some other things so you don't fuck up the pretty floor.
Yeah, I mean the biggest thing I was worried about was going to be the foam. I mean,
Yeah.
and this way this guy can just rock through. I mean, he doesn't have to tape off nearly as much, anything like that. So, I do got to find the drywall finishing guy that I've always used. Is just ghosted. He just, I mean, didn't quote me or anything like that. I just brought it up to him, and yeah, nothing. No text.
I really did want to find you a table like this.
I did
tried
too.
so hard, and it's like I came real close down the rabbit hole of going like, maybe I could switch with that table that he picked up because it's similar, but it's smaller. It may even be more conducive to this room, but I'm like, man, we use this
it's
thing
wider
too
this way.
much, and yeah, man, it's
Yeah.
this is like been a staple of the garage for a long time, having a poker table in here, and this is the best iteration I've had out of the 3 or 4.
Yeah, I don't think. I honestly don't think the poker table is going to work out real well in the shop. It'll probably end up going like out into the lounge area.
And why not?
Yeah, and then well, just because I like the idea of guys being able to have like a private poker night back in the back room.
Yeah, you could do it on any table, but it is a good table. You
Yeah,
know,
it's actually got the felt and the
out.
drink holders.
you'd
and-
have casino night or something.
yeah, but then behind that, I'm going to try and do like a dartboard and a pinball machine on the back wall.
Oh, maybe I'll finally get to use my darts.
There you go.
My brother-in-law, we went out with them one time to a bar that's non-existent anymore. They took the IV in away. And
Okay.
that was their dive hangout bar, and they'd go and play darts on like the arachnid machine. And I played with him the one time, and it was the only time I actually played darts with the intention of playing a game.
Yeah.
Like, I threw darts when I was a kid because it's like, it seems like a real good idea to throw something and possibly hurt somebody.
Yeah.
As a teenager, But that was the first time I ever played, and I was like, I really enjoyed that. So when I got my pool cue for my birthday, I showed my wife which one I wanted. I also found a matching set of darts, like a matching set by the same company with the same engravings on it and stuff. And I'm like, I need those too.
I need those.
Haven't played a single game of darts since then. They got rid of that bar. I got a dart board and even like had it all set up and hung on the garage door. Nobody ever wanted to play. Well, screw you guys. So they're still kind of. I've thrown them a couple of times just to see how they are, but they're basically virgins.
Oh man, no, I had somebody got me a dartboard for Christmas the one year, and I was like, why the hell would I want a dartboard? Hung it up in my basement. Shit, we ended up living down there for a while, and then when we moved into our last house, it was fantastic. We'd have there was more than a couple nights, probably 50 or 60 different nights where we had all-nighters up there playing darts. And I could be working on a car because it was like a raised room in my garage, like halfway up. So I could be working on a car, get pissed off or whatever, just go throw darts for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, drink a beer. So it ended up being my little safe place.
Hell yeah.
So.
Well, Colby says she'd love to participate in a poker night.
Yeah.
And so I don't know when that'll be a realistic possibility at just the tip. But in the interim, if any of the junkies out there have any interest in doing a poker night, message me online. If we get enough interest, maybe I'll try to set something up here. Because this is actually a really nice poker table underneath. Like,
yeah.
I fixed it up real well. I've got all the gear here. We can obviously smoke, even if it's cold. I got heaters and stuff. So, maybe that's something that we could end up putting together if the kids at home were interested enough in doing so. And Colby seems to have no trouble crossing the border for all kinds of different events. Those kids
travel.
are living, yo.
Yeah.
They are living like people that obviously don't have kids, because there are 3 different places a day I see them on Facebook. I'm like, wait a minute, weren't you just over here?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Wait, well, didn't you run into her at?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I ran into him at the Irish Festival. Her and Pam.
Yeah.
It was awesome to see him. I saw him the one time, and my wife was like, that's the second time they've been around and you haven't introduced me. And I'm like, you guys are never near each other. I don't know what to tell you.
It's not intentional.
I feel like she was accusing me of making them up. Like, they're in my head. I'm like, no, like, they're fans of my show and stuff. And they're like, oh, yeah, where are they? They were there a minute ago.
She's a ghost.
But we bumped into them again, and I was able to fulfill the request and introduce them. So now my wife knows that Colby and Pam are not imaginary.
Yay, y'all ain't fake. You're not bots that Corey bought to be commenters on the show.
Corey bots?
Oh, yeah, I guess that's not just.
That sounds like something I should be working on.
Corey bots.
Yeah. I used to have Corey Bucks.
Corey Bucks?
Yeah. It was just my my code name for Walmart gift cards.
Nice. Well played.
Yeah, I had a lot of them.
Yes, that's right. I forgot. She said she'll have to have Pam do an Irish dance for you.
Oh.
Because she's into that whole river
Jig?
dancing thing.
Yeah.
Just the most unexciting type of dancing in the world. There's a lot going on there. I'm sure there's a lot of skill, but yeah, just boring as hell to watch.
Yeah. The Irish are the people that perfected dancing without moving your arms.
Right. Like, why are we doing this?
Yep.
Why is this a thing?
Mm-hmm. Because my feet are antsy and my arms are not. My arms are tired from beating my wife all day.
Something, right? Jesus.
That was my impression of an Irish person. I'm not actually beating my wife, although as I say it, I realize there's literally an entire country of people that could be angered by that statement anyways, but the Irish are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Any Irish people show up pissed off, I got a bottle of
Just
Jameson
don't let
in
them
the
kick
cabinet. We'll be all right. So, I feel like I'd be okay. I feel like their legs are tired from jigging their way over here.
No, that's where all the muscle mass is.
I don't know if that's the appropriate music for that dance.
I don't know.
I
Irish
appreciate
jig
it
music.
more that it doesn't, though, so it's okay.
Yeah, perfect. I got nothing to save me. I just looked at it, and I don't need anything.
He's like, anything on here? This is going to help me at all? No, nothing.
Yeah,
I don't know what to do here.
I always forget there's a back
there's
page.
paper.
It's like there's stuff back here.
I accidentally printed, I made the spacing too big, and so it carried down to the third page with just like the link for the T-shirts and stuff. I was like, oh man, I'm wasting paper. I've been printing them on one piece of paper to like try to save the environment and shit, and I don't throw any of these away. I have a stack of them.
Do you really?
Eventually, I feel like either it's going to be the thing I could pull out and be like, look, I did a thing once.
Yeah.
Or, the very, very less chance of happening is someday we blow up and all them old show notes are going to be like worse. And like we can auction them off or something.
I never see.
I told you it was like the hell freezing over and pigs flying around and all that stuff. But
it
could happen.
I've seen the show notes. Ain't nobody gonna want that.
I've seen this show.
And yet they showed up. I don't know.
They're here. I mean, and like we have loyal people that like this for some reason. So, hey, you never know.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan did it.
Did what?
Became successful from doing this shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but he was successful in like 30 other things first.
Well,
I mean, it does help getting your podcast started when you're already like in Hollywood and doing things, and you could just call other Hollywood people.
I don't think he's in Hollywood, is he?
He was at the time when he started. He was still doing Fear Factor.
I didn't even know he was on that.
Yeah, he was the host
like
for
a
like
comedian,
the
right?
whole time. Yeah,
I didn't know that. I had no idea about that at all. And actually, it's one of the proudest things that I have. It's like one of them assholes that never saw Godfather. That's like all proud of never having seen The Godfather. Is that I've never watched or listened to Joe Rogan.
Oh, really?
Which is good because like we started doing this show and Earl was like, "Hey, you guys sound like Joe Rogan," and it was like, "Okay." Is that good? He's like, well, he's got like the most successful podcast in the world, so like that's not bad. Did you like listen to him and go, this is what we're gonna do? I'm like, I've never listened to it, and I'm going to continue to never listen to it if for no other reason I have plausible deniability.
Yeah, bro, don't worry about it. No one's gonna notice. It's not gonna be a problem.
We're never gonna be in a position to threaten Joe Rogan, I guess.
No, that's one of the things that's cool. He talks about. He's like, I'm literally telling people on the show to go start a show. He's like, because once you start doing it, you can just do it. And then like, it's really funny to hear him talk about it because he's like, no, just go, just start. He's like, hey, don't worry about like what format it is or what your hardware. Just start doing it, and then you'll learn as you go from there.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like my one little life's accomplishment, little though it may be. But it's like if I go to the right place, like 10 people will know who I am.
Yeah, maybe even 11 one day.
Maybe even if I went to a barber shop, it seems like I'd have better chances.
Yeah, right.
Although he didn't recognize you, recognized yourself.
Yeah,
it was still
like,
funny. You're like, wait, I'm on your T-shirt. No, you're not. Go away, weirdo.
Yeah, that's different. Oh no, he totally did look at me like, wait, what?
What the hell is wrong with you?
No, literally.
No, bro, I'm on your shirt.
I'm actually on your shirt. And he's like, It took him like a couple minutes to realize, like, oh no, that's why he's saying it.
Yeah.
So
he's like, am I wearing my America's ass shirt?
Right. No, that one's just a picture of a donkey.
The donkey punch.
The donkey punch.
Hell yeah.
The donkey.
I noticed we offset today. Usually we have a tendency to pick the same one.
Yeah.
The same shirt. But
I'm glad we didn't.
Yeah.
It just
can't be the same all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
It's got to be changing it up. How's that thing progressed?
It's getting better. Burn's getting better. I feel like with a cigar of girth and length, the struggle with the draw dissipates as you move through. Because you're not pulling it through as much material anymore, and so it's getting to a much better place. It's still swearing by the pairing. Actually, the wine I feel like doing a little bit of magic. I don't drink a lot of wine, so it's a little strange.
Yeah, that's the thing about wine; it can sneak up on you.
Yeah, it's a little bit of potency behind it. You're drinking it a little bit faster than you would like sipping on bourbon or something like that. So you're kind of thinking, I'm drinking something lighter, but you drink it fast enough, you start poking yourself in the eye and shit.
Yeah, after the second glass, usually starts tasting like juice. Doesn't matter what it is. Like, I just get grape juice out of it, and I'm like, okay, this is good.
That's why the wife always gets the good bottle first, and when she moves on to the second one, I bust out the cheap one.
Yep.
Because it doesn't matter.
Always a safe bet. I did want to comment. I forgot to dry box those. So those have been in his humidor we know runs high.
Yeah.
Not high, but it more moist than some in the area.
Yeah, it's fair. It's a little mushy even.
Yeah.
I'd say that it might be a little bit better dry box.
I mean, I think Dave runs 68 and pretty much holds 68 on everything. But holding 68 and truly holding it, we might be used to it being 68, but it bounces, whatever it may be. His do seem to run a little bit wetter, and that's why I try and dry box them. But I brought it straight home and put it in mine, which kept it at 70 and 70 the whole time.
Right.
So, yeah, I did not help the scenario.
And it is performing really well now.
Yeah,
it's,
now it's warm
way
and
more
you're
akin to
further.
what I want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Warmer and shorter, just like me. I'm warm and short.
Yeah, I'd say probably 3 or 4 days dry box if you keep it 70 and 7. You know, just to, like, for anybody who's going to smoke one, give it at least 3 days in there.
I'm down with that.
Yeah, down
Shall we
with
get
that.
into the events?
Let's do it.
All right, I had to dig a little bit and make up some shit here. So all of these events may not be factual. Consult your local Google search to find out more. Saturday, September 24th, Blues, Brews, and Barbecue. Join us Saturday for a fun-filled day of live blues, craft brews, and great barbecue. This is at the Off the Rails Barbecue in Verona.
Okay.
Usually I plug that. There was so much to cut out of this one
Oh.
that I didn't remember to put in the headline there. But this is going to be Off the Rails Barbecue over in Verona. They will start out with the Colbys and Miss Friday. I don't know how to say that word. You get the party started at 3 p.m. Then you have John Gresh's Grease Band or Gris, something like that. They're up next and be finishing out at the 6 o'clock hour. There will be a brief intermission from 6 to 7, and then the real show starts with our boy Evan Eggert. The Smokin' Blues Band will be rocking out the evening from 7 to 9.
Hell
I hear
yeah.
nothing but amazing things about Off the Rails Barbecue, so there's a 50-50 shot, but I'm hoping that we get a chance to swing out there tomorrow night. It is a barbecue joint and draft house, first and foremost, but they are cigar-friendly.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
I'm expecting it to be a good time, and I'm hoping to make it out. October 1st, Leaning House, Texas Tech's Summer Deck Concert Series. I just plugged this all in at the very end. I think that's going to be – there's only 2 more shows left in the series, right?
there's
that
that
doesn't
one,
mean
and
that there's no more live music for the rest of the year.
There'll
but
be more coming behind it, but the summer
kinda-
concert series ends then.
Yeah, which is funny because the summer's over.
Yeah.
So, but that's just another benefit of the Leaning House. Summer lasts longer there.
Yeah, I mean, it starts in March and it ends in October.
So Texas Tech's is one of the bands that performs regularly over at the old Polish club.
Okay.
And so it's
I
the
don't
same.
think I've heard them.
It's the same drummer that's the Smokin' Blues.
Okay.
So basically, Stotch has 2 or 3 projects going on, and he jumps around between different ones.
That's cool.
So
He gets to play around.
yeah, it's kind of like if in the multiverse. He has different bands, except for they're all in this universe.
Yeah. They're all in one place. There's a couple of Grand Xanos.
All right, these last 2 are going to be for Superior Smoke Shop. I appreciate them posting a few things so that I had something to fill the empty page with. Thursday, October 6th, in the Munhall location from 4 to 8, you got the Sinistro event. Meet the man behind the brand, which is Mr. Coleman, I believe, yeah? Mm-hmm. There you go. And then Thursday, October 20th, Natrona Heights, they have from 5 to 8 p.m. the Altadas event featuring the Romeo Reserva Real Nicaragua and deals on all Altadas cigars.
Oh,
so if that's
yeah.
not your favorite, don't be shy. There's going to be some specials for you on the other legacy brands that you love.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. And I mean, Mama just had her out the shop. Did I talk about that last time? I can't
I don't
remember if
think
she was,
so.
I can't remember if she was out.
I
the
feel
shop
like
before.
I'd have remembered.
No, it was cool. She stopped by the construction disaster that is the shop, and she come, smoked cigar, hung out, whatever, kind of all the paperwork and what the expectations are for both sides. So doing the salesman thing, but I think it's cool that a lot of these people were willing to come out to a construction site that it's just like a barren hole with freaking 2 camp chairs in it.
You'd be surprised what people will do when they want your money.
Yeah, that's true. $20, $20, 20,000 is 20,000. No.
That's true.
Yeah, but half these freaking contractors, I can't get them to come out because they don't want your money, apparently.
They want it, just not bad enough to do things.
Not enough to actually work for it. Bastards. The 22nd of October, Final Time 2 is going to be playing at the
That's
house
the
again.
last of the.
That's the wrap-up of it.
And they're the great band.
Yeah.
I really enjoys them. They do some stuff that's kind of like a little different, like outside of the box.
Yeah.
Because, like, they're kind of a traditional cover band. They got really good energy and stuff, but they'll pick out some stuff that you're like, oh, I didn't think, like, a cover band could play the Gorillaz.
Yeah.
You know? I'm like,
happy.
no, not that one. It's the Windmill song. When the windmill falls apart, I forever had enough. It's like, I know 3 words to that song, so I kind of have to mumble through most. I'm looking at the
No,
man
I wasn't telling you to
in
keep
the
going.
mirror.
You could stop. I feel like that's not the same song.
It is not.
Yeah, no, not at all.
No, that's just randomly stuck in my
moved on.
head from earlier today. It came from a meme somewhere, and now it's just festering.
Oh,
Yeah.
just rolling around. Well,
Yeah.
hopefully that helped you
That's
get it
one
out.
thing to look forward to this weekend. I got practice with the Twat Waffles on Sunday.
Nice.
That is not the official name, but that is what I'm
It
going
should
to
be.
refer to them as.
It should be.
Just the Twat Waffles, man.
I feel like it should be the 12 waffles
Yeah,
and the silly sausage.
we'll see. We'll see.
You gotta
That'll
get-
fly at your place, but maybe that's just like we'll all dress up in hot
I
dog
don't know.
costumes.
Yeah, I mean, you could abbreviate it or something, you know. TWSS. You know.
Eh.
I mean, you got to make it work.
Now you're for abbreviations. You didn't like it whenever I tried to do it with the TCJP.
Yeah, well, that
doesn't
yeah.
roll off the tongue.
No,
man.
that's not- it's not good.
fucking bad.
yeah. Oh, why I didn't like it?
Well, I don't know. I floated around a lot of different things. And the one thing that I was real big on for a while was the Strum Junkies, because I was like trying to keep everything branded together. So I was like, oh, dude, I could call it the Strum Junkies. I still think that's like a pretty
Right.
solid name.
You're just stuck on the whole junkie thing, huh?
I'm all right. I figure I've developed a brand here. Like 40 people know this brand. Like, why start over? I could bring these 40 people along with me. But actually, I think I'm going to go with Rampant.
Rampant?
It's which is actually for what we are right now, a little acoustic group. It's just not appropriate at all because it sounds like a metal group or
Yeah,
something, dude.
absolutely.
Like it sounds hardcore, but it allows me to use the Celtic imagery that I really like.
Oh.
and that's the
Sick.
big reason. Yeah,
Helps you get the whole package of what you're shooting for.
that's right. And I very rarely get the whole package.
That's what she said.
I feel like that's what he said. If you're the one saying that, like, because
Mind your business.
I'm just saying,
You don't need to know everything.
do you generally get the package or do you generally deliver the package?
What? Well, I deliver it, but I have lost all track of where the fuck we are. Here it comes. Here, let me give you your sausage cam. Turn your head and cough, silly sausage. Yeah.
Do you
It's
know-
like I feel like we got to the 1 hour mark like
Super fast.
super good, right? Like I was looking and we're like 58 minutes. I'm like, hell yeah, we're chugging along.
Yeah, and then it was
and then
just
like
like,
20 minutes later, I looked down and we're an hour and 2 minutes. I'm like, how did that last
yeah,
4
something
minutes?
didn't work out well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I apologize for my lack of enthusiasms.
Yeah, you're better than I thought you'd be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean my expectations are always low.
Yeah.
So take that for
We-
what you will.
We say it at the beginning,
He's
right?
like, oh shit, the camera, I can't pick my nose.
yeah.
Hold on, let me get this.
See this little rubber do? No, I mean, we tell you at the beginning. Set your expectations to low.
That's right. That's right. I'm still very proud of that.
Yeah.
I still think it's a good, catchy little intro.
Oh, I love the intro.
I think I could have made it okay in the marketing world. Like when I try hard. You know what I mean? Like there's some good stuff in there. There's some gold. You
Got some
you
gold
Make
there.
the house your home. Come on. There should be T-shirts with that shit on it. I think everything should be on a T-shirt. That's essentially.
Oh.
that should be the new podcast. Corey designs T-shirts.
So, I saw a comment on, I can't remember which one of the posts. I think it was the ideal vacation. It was directed at you. Are you now going by Muff Face or Merkin?
Oh, Jesus.
Merkin Mouth?
Here's the thing.
Dude, I was cracking up when he said it.
The funny thing is that it took like a lot of interrogation to find out what the fuck he was talking about.
Yeah, but it was fun.
And I try not to acknowledge his presence on this show when at all possible. But yeah, Goldsees say some muff face. So, you know, they say you are what you eat.
There you go.
And I'm starving. That's all I got to say about that. The flavor saver.
The flavor saver.
That's right.
Got to keep it around for later.
You ever wake up the next day and you're like, oh, yeah. That was a good face, bro. That was a good face right there.
That was
Yeah. I feel like it hit
I got
the mark.
nothing on that one.
Yeah, I enjoys that
That's
very
what
much.
she enjoys about me.
It's you ain't gotta follow it up with every time. I'm really the funny thing is I haven't watched very much at all, but there are mannerisms that have stuck with me.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And you'll go through like spurts. Like I don't watch it at all for 6-8 months, and then I binge it and I just start over at the beginning again.
Yeah, that's how I am on a lot of other shows. I haven't done that with this one, and I still have more to watch too. But I think the biggest issue is it's like it feels like they're all kind of pretty much similar. It's all the
Shorzy's
same.
different, so
Yeah, yeah.
I was happy to see that it was different.
Yeah, that's good because they are all the same, and there's amusement to that for
Yeah.
sure. But
But you
yeah,
can only
no.
watch so much of it. Like
I only got so much time, and
Yeah.
and it's one of those shows that you can't watch it if you're not paying attention because I had to watch the first season with subtitles because there was so much good dialogue flying, and I was like, okay, this is quotable and I want to quote it, but I can't understand half the shit they're saying because it comes out so fast. Their delivery is so good.
Well, the first time that they said somebody was 10-ply, I'm like, wait, what? What are you talking about? Tires?
You
Like,
used that last week.
yeah, well, and I got the reference. I love it now.
Getting the behind the scenes
Yeah.
on where fucking Sam's
But
material
it took
comes
me a
from.
while to freaking realize what the hell they were talking about. Like, they probably said it 20 times in the show before I was like, oh, he's super soft. Got it. But did not.
Well, you could also go the other way on that too, and go like, oh, that's somebody with money, right? Someone
Yeah.
spoiled and rich. Like the fucking poor people got the 1-ply. He's like, oh, you got 2-ply? You're fucking ritzy, bro.
You're fancy.
Damn right.
Shit, that's basically 2 rolls. Just split it in half.
Can
That's how it was in my house.
you spare a square? I don't have a square to spare. Do you know that reference?
Is it from a movie, or are you talking about the Vietnam reference?
No, it's from Seinfeld.
Okay, because I'm not going to describe the other one then. It's
Okay.
gross.
No, it's a Seinfeld thing. It's like the two ladies in the bathroom, and she's like, "Oh shit, I'm out of paper. Can I borrow some?" And she's like, "I'm sorry, there's just not enough." And she's like, "Well, I don't need a lot. Like I could get away with." She's like, "Just a couple of squares." And she's like, "No, I'm sorry, I can't." And she's like, "1 square? You can't spare 1 square? I don't have a square to spare." And then she does move into I'll take 1-ply. Give me one
Just
ply.
1 ply. Split it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Thanks to us kids, you do not need to watch any 90s television. We got it for
Yeah,
you.
we'll
You
get
can-
it covered
We'll,
eventually.
we'll recap it all here
Yeah.
for your listening enjoyment. Who needs to watch
Yeah,
the show
boy.
with the people making all the money when you can
Just listen to us.
Us sit here and make nothing.
Happily make nothing, though.
Most of the time. I mean, I'd be happy to make something too, though. You know what I mean?
It does help. it does assist in it.
I would do this
slightly.
shit for free, but I would do it even happier for some money.
Yeah. All about the money.
Kirill can't do it all by himself, kids.
Oh. It is a fancy decanter, too. Like, you
Right.
got, it's a nice little setup you got there.
I'm telling you, it's the only part of my life where I get to feel classy. It's like I might be surrounded by squalor, but I got some nice drinkware.
We've had 4 or 5 decanters. I don't have one at all now. But
You know what the problem is with the decanter? Is they don't really seal. So like if you have to be willing to drink whatever is in there on a pretty short basis.
Yeah.
Because there's no actual seal. So you got to be like, okay, I'm putting this out. We're going to have a party. We're going to feel fancy or whatever. This shit's going to be gone. But I put shit in there, and you know how I do. I revolve through shit because it's like I want to feel fancy, but I don't want to have like
I
2
don't wanna-
bottles. So like I have, and I haven't bought any real liquor in a long time, like good liquor. So that oil field money's gone.
Yep.
So those little spurts are where I'd go, okay, I could get away with buying a bottle like a couple of times a month and just stick them in there and never touch them. And then when I do drink, I'd revolve through them.
Yeah.
Now I've got like 50 bottles in my liquor cabinet, and there was like 50 shots, like one in every
Running low.
one in every bottle. Yeah, and it's like that's how you select what you're going to drink, and you're like, oh, there's like 2 shots in that bottle. I'm gonna go to that one, so I don't have to take a bottle out of the cabinet, keep it looking pretty.
That's the one sacrifice that's really hit me since I quit my job and been doing all this. 'Cause that was one of the things I cut out early was like good scotches and whatnot. And we caught the tail end of it when I brought like all 4 of those Ardbegs in.
Yeah,
Like I was able to just do that all the time when I had a job,
Yeah,
and that's gone.
jobs are helpful
I
for
miss
that.
I miss good scotch.
Yeah. The thing for me is it's always been a social thing anyway.
Yeah.
I don't have any interest in drinking anything in that cabinet unless I can share it with somebody that appreciates it too.
Yeah.
So, that's the only time I ever pull the stuff out. So, I mean, it is what it is. But there's definitely nice to go in there and have options.
Yeah.
Now I'm at the point where I'm walking in there and going,
What do I have?
is there enough in here for 2 people? Like, yeah, it'd be all right
we
for one
both
of
have
us. Yeah, like every time you drink now, it's like there's 3 or 4 empties. It looks like we had a way better time than we did.
It's like, man, they hit it hard. No, there was like they each had one drink. I wish I drank more wine because I really enjoy wine, but when I open a bottle of red wine, I drink the whole thing. And she doesn't drink red wine at all,
Oh, no.
so it's like I don't drink wine because I would be a raging alcoholic if I did.
So you don't think you are already?
No, not currently.
All right.
Not raging. I'm not raging.
That's the qualifier.
Like that's yeah. I mean,
It's not the content that you drink. It's just the amount of empty bottles.
I'm in the bottom portion of the top.
You're like, I can drink a third of a bottle of 151 and still feel good about myself.
Oh no. Challenge accepted. No.
Yeah. Yeah, my wife processes liquor no problem. She'd
Yeah.
drink anybody out there under the table. So the first bottle for her is just a warm up. She's like, oh, I finally got my buzz.
Yeah. No, with red wine, it's different because, I don't know, you get that. I get like a heartburny next day. And that's like 2 glasses of wine. Like, I'll feel it a little bit.
Yeah.
But if I drink a whole bottle, like the next day I'm paying for it.
But it's got its own song. Red, red wine.
I haven't heard that one in forever.
It was one of the ones my dad used to play when he was still up here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Ironically, he played a lot of beach music up here, and he moved to Florida and converted to blues. I guess it was because he had to, like, make himself different. You
Yeah.
know, up here, he was the official Miller Lite Beach Party Band. I think
Oh.
eventually then they became the Corona Light Beach Party Band because they had sponsors for that.
Nice.
Yeah, them beer companies are just like, here you
Yeah.
go, have some monies.
Take some monies. Go play. Go play.
I gotta set up the LLC.
Yeah. There's more steps involved before we worry about any of that crap.
Yeah.
It would be nice, though. Wouldn't it be nice?
We could take steps, maybe.
Steps.
I could go for some steps.
Yeah.
All right, kids. Who's got some interesting topics out there in the
Yeah.
chat room? Because
What's going on? We are
lacking.
lacking.
I mean, we're not going to run this show long anyway. This
No.
isn't going to be a
Why
guest
don't we
show.
do
where we get
Welcome to the Group?
Oh, we could. That'll last us a good 30 seconds.
Yeah.
You oh, look at
Feel
you,
like we're
you holding
missing a
up the
bunch.
paper like you got it. Here's the thing. It was weird because I don't know. I was looking at some of the new members like on the actual page and they weren't listed. Like Carlito Fuente, spoiler alert, wasn't listed in the welcome to the group. So I don't know if he accidentally accepted the request and left, but he shows as a new member. But he wasn't in the new member thing that pops up. And I intentionally only opened the members page from my computer once a
Yeah.
week because it's super easy. I can just copy and paste everybody over. But yeah, I don't know. It seemed a little bit light.
Yeah, it's a little lighter than it should be, but we got Colton Looper, Sarai Flores, Sarah. I guess just Sarah. I don't mean to be rude. I got nothing here.
I think you had. I think it was
Sarai?
Sarai. Sounds
Okay.
sounds right.
Chris O'Neill, Pete JN, Carlson Oliver, Amy Savini, Brad Townsend, Reno Madalena, Jason Ricky,
Ricci,
and Carlito Fuente.
maybe.
Maybe. Possibly.
He
Now, I keep
he
wanting
might
to
have
go
joined on
check.
accident.
He's like, and I joined, so I said I joined, now I'm out.
Yeah, well, like I said, he is listed on the page as like joined 19 hours ago or something like that. But who knows? Who knows if he's still around or not? Because I remember seeing 397 and now we're down to 395. Look at these; they come up again.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what's up with that jam. Is he still
on-
on here? He's still on there.
Let's say when you're looking at
I'd say
the
joined on Monday.
members
actually.
group, the new members are always right at the top. And then if you look at see all, it goes in numerical order. Unless you get like random person, like I think Fred Finley showed 52 years he'd been a member or something like that.
Damn.
Yeah, so it just
Fred.
like does that occasionally.
Hell yeah, Fred was around, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't even think he was
There's,
that old.
there's like 8 or 10 of them. If you click on members and roll all the way down,
yeah.
it'll have their join date, and it's freaking hysterical. It's like, like Facebook
That
wasn't a
motherfuckers was
thing,
ahead of
but
the
like,
curve.
okay. Like, dude, y'all got to be set up for life because you knew this was coming that far in
Hell
advance.
yeah,
You-
yeah. How
you
about some
better
stock
invest.
tips?
Yeah,
Fred Finley.
yeah, just some help, bud.
All of a sudden, he's Fred Finley the first.
The first.
He was here first.
You
damn it.
impressed us. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah. If you,
I gotta say, I'm embracing my inner Beyond the Humidor, the Loomis group.
Yeah.
I pulled the mic back real far. I'm like, I don't feel like leaning forward. My back hurts.
which is
I'm gonna
funny
pull it
because I'm
back.
leaning forward this whole episode,
Yeah.
and I'm normally just like, nope. I'm
That's
out.
because them drugs got you all up in this
Ready
shit.
to go.
You're like, what do you got for me? Let's play. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
Give me some, give me some, give me some.
Yeah, no, I have nothing. I just completely lost my train of thought there. Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
So there's no other events this week?
No, there was not a lot. I had to dig for that, thankfully. Like I
Yeah.
said, and if anybody from Superior is listening, put that shit on our events page. I had to dig in
Yeah.
PCC to pull it up. It wasn't even on the PCC page, and it was actually Sam Smerkel, and he just like
Yeah.
copied the image over, so it wasn't even in text
You
form.
bastard.
Which is why I sent that weird message to you, because I pulled it up on my phone and used Smart Select to pull the text out of
Oh.
the image, and then I messaged it to you so that I could copy it from there and paste it
And
into
bring
the
it
show
back.
notes. You're like, what the fucking hell is he
What the
doing?
hell?
I got reasons, damn it.
No, it makes sense.
I got reasons.
Use your phone, smart select it all, and then, yeah. Gives you accessibility.
Yeah, anything to avoid actual work.
Yeah,
I'm like,
screw all that noise.
I do not have the typing skills required to type all this shit out. Let's just copy and paste it and then delete 75% of it.
Hell yeah. I got the panel hung in the shop. The electric panel hung. I was trying to think of like if I got anything else done out there that I haven't told, because it's all been cleaning. But the other day I went out and had time, and there's very little I can do without making a mess now, or getting in the way of the foam guys. So
Unlike me, that electric panel is hung.
he's right. It's big too. Unlike me. Yeah. So but yeah, no, I'm glad I got that in place. I'm gonna end up cutting more out, setting a backer board in there and some other things I wasn't intending to be part of that process. But that's
So
just-
you were saying that you didn't have anything that you could do currently that would be like productive for the shop, but like, what about all the crap in your garages? Like, I assume the sales counter is going to need some paint on it and stuff.
Yeah,
Is that
they're gonna
something that
need
you're
new paint.
waiting until after transport?
I'm gonna wait until I get some of the stuff out of the garages, consolidate the garages, and have a place to actually paint them.
Yeah,
That's kind of my problem right now. I don't have a place.
And no workspace.
yeah,
Huh?
I don't have any workspace because I filled it
He
up.
got all kind of shit
Yeah, I got a lot of furniture.
in them garages.
And what's good and bad is probably 20% of it's going to end up staying in there. Like, I won't have space for it. But I had the options. I mean, I didn't know what the layout was. You know, that one table you found me. Did you find me the little wine barrel one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one, like, I don't actually think I'm going to be able to fit that one in there.
No.
No. But I'm still cool with it. I'm going to keep it because it will eventually be able to fit somewhere. You know, things will change over time, and I've got it.
Is it low?
Yeah,
Is the table
it's real
low?
It's, like, real low.
You could always build a something to prop it up on though. Build a little stand for it, like
Yeah,
they did with the foosball
Because
table.
it has legs under it, and my dad and I talked about taking those out and just making longer legs with cross supports and all that. I mean, it's very doable, but I just don't know that I want to spend the time on it.
Yeah, I was thinking that would be the other the other poker table, right? Because you could put an octagonal top on it if you wanted to, and then
Oh.
have dual octagonal tables in the conference room, so you could just match heights.
Yeah, no, they'd be.
You could,
yeah.
but
I
if
could
the
build
one's
it up.
taller than the other, and you don't have to just do the
Well,
legs. You could
but-
just build a stand to put it on.
Well, that was the thing is right now the chairs are appropriate,
yeah, the chairs.
so
the
then I got
chairs
to move
are-
the chairs up.
You could have the adult table and the kid table.
That's what it's going to look like. Because I have the barrel that has the top all the way up, and I've got like bar stools for that. I think 6 or 8 bar stools for around that.
Yeah,
So
it'll sort itself out. We'll
yeah,
figure it out.
I'm just going to bring all the furniture in and move it around.
So
it
you
looks
you
like
don't
we're
need
out.
anything currently though, no. furniture wise or anything like you're not like, I wish I had this instead of
table
that.
still. I mean, keep your eyes out for that.
All right, kids at home listening, if you are aware, if you see anything when you're out and about, if you're on you, actually, Colby, you're going to be a good option for this because she's in Ohio.
No.
So,
Greensburg.
Colby Wozniak is in Greensburg? I thought she works in Ohio, right? Isn't that cigar shop in Ohio? Chime in 5 minutes, Colby, whatever you hear us, and you can. I thought she was in Ohio.
Mm-mm.
All right.
No.
Well, I feel like she's still in a different circle.
Yeah,
Of
it's still
where
a different
she
area.
commutes to. Where's her shop at?
Johnstown, Greensburg. Same difference in my book.
Is it?
Yeah, Johnstown.
Okay.
Didn't know that.
I don't know. Well,
The shop's
anyways,
there too.
damn it, you're jumping on my shit here. Get on your Facebook marketplaces. Ask your friends. Anybody got a poker table that
Yeah.
has like the conference tabletop on it? You see one out in the wild, send Sam a DM.
Yeah, looking for
Because he's looking for what I have, and I'm just not comfortable giving mine up. Because it did occur to me, but I was like, man, I
Nah.
do like this table.
No, it fits here too well. Yeah,
And
this one's good because it's like what 3x8.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
3.5 by 7.5 or 3 by 7.
Yeah,
or
and
something.
that's all the bigger I want it to be for that room.
Yeah. And the ironic thing is that this table is not conducive at all to the podcast, right? The podcast would be better with a small round table or a square table because then you can fit everybody around it instead of on sides. So when we have the extra guests, you end up unbalanced.
Yeah, pushing them over there.
Yeah. And I suppose we could always just like, I never considered just rotating the board so that we could have 2 and 2, but I mean, it is what it is.
We could. Yeah,
Yeah. Wow.
it's fine.
Here we go. I actually know somebody in the DC area. That's a long way to go there.
Yeah,
Colby.
that's the thing is, I'm looking for like stupid cheap because I found a couple for like $600-700, but
I didn't find any that look like this. Finding one at all, good on you.
yeah, and I found a bunch like the pop-up ones that are crappy.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
they're
where I
good.
started.
Yeah, they're good for what they are. I mean, but I want something that you can actually like work off of.
The funny thing is I did get this cheap. It didn't cost me very much, but it was
Nice.
just like one of those, it pops up and you have to grab it while it was there.
Yeah,
And somebody's, they had it disassembled. So the poker tabletop was just kind of leaning against the wall and in the basement of this guy's place, and like their cat used it as a scratching post. And so the arm pads just had holes all around. And so I actually wet sanded the crap out of it and used like vinyl filler. And it took me a solid week, maybe even a week and a half leading up to the one poker game of working on it every day.
Oh man.
To get it all cleaned up and looking good again and stuff. But like it was worth it. It didn't cost me much money to put into fixing it and stuff, and it was a cheap thing. So
Yeah, that's the time money balance, right? Like, yeah, I could do that. Spend a week fixing it up, but if I do, what am I not doing?
yeah.
So, yeah, I'll have to figure out what it costs. I mean, I don't want it bad enough that I'm willing to pay full price, so I'm not that worried about it.
Yeah, just get a conference table.
Yep.
Yeah, we've talked about that too. They pop up because places go out of business or move locations and don't feel like moving their furniture.
Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards just keeping it as like a game room. Like go back there, play darts, play pinball. Maybe a video game system or something. Just have it set up where people can just come back there, hang out.
64.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like a 64 or PS2, something along those lines. And just kind of make it a place to go chill out, have some fun.
I have a PS2, I think, if you need it.
I think I still have one too.
It's in like a crate in my storage room.
Exactly. Where
I
mine
tried
is.
hooking it up to a TV once, and it just looked so bad.
Yeah. But
It
it
was
looked so
like-
good at the time.
Yeah, no, but like the image didn't convert right on the new
Oh, yeah.
TV, and like it just wasn't because I was trying to play like them games that I used. I had a floor model TV when my wife met me, and I was living in my buddy's basement. Like I had his whole basement to myself, and it was like it was drywall and stuff,
Yeah.
But I had a floor model TV and like these PA style cabinet speakers that would shake everything. And all that stuff down there, and just a mattress on the floor, like
Yep.
fucking college kid, except for I never went to school. And I swear to God, we'd play 8 hours a day of Burnout Takedown. That game was, we played every day for months. We'd play 8 hours a day of just these 3-minute games against each other over and over again. It was just so good. And there have been talks of them like creating new ones. The last one they did was like PS3 Burnout Paradise. There was no multiplayer. It's like, what the hell?
It was probably online on multiplayer or not at all.
I don't think there was any at first. I don't know. Maybe they came around, but like the joy of that game for us was the split screen.
Yeah.
I miss split screen so much, man. I want to play games with my friends, but I want to be able to talk shit to their face and punch them in the arm.
Yeah. I want to actually like play
when
games
physical violence isn't an option, what the hell? What would we become as a society?
Well, think about it. You wouldn't have all this trolling and crap online and all these super confident people who have no reason to be.
It sound like they're in kindergarten.
Yeah. It's like, but even the ones that don't, like,
yeah.
They're super confident. Why are they super confident? Because their whole life they've gotten away with saying whatever they want online, and they could just go click and mute the other person after they say it.
That's fair.
Like, learn to talk, bro.
Yeah, right. I'm with yous.
Yeah.
I'm with yous. So what do we have anything else left on the paper? Yeah, we do. We got the participation trophy of the week.
And I like your cigar for next week. That was a good pick.
Yeah. All right. I was about to go like, I don't know, I couldn't remember what I actually put. The wine's helping.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about some legacy options, but I wasn't real sure what the selections were. So I was like, I know that my real friends, Patty and Chichingo, brought me one of those, and I got to smoke it, and I really liked it. But we haven't had it on the show officially yet.
Yeah.
So. But we'll get to it when we get to it. No spoilers, damn it. The participation trophy of the week, I selected Jeffrey Scales.
Oh,
otherwise known as Good Looking Jeff.
Good Looking Jeff.
He hates that so much. I'm like, what about Handsome Jeff? No? Pretty Jeff? No? No, he doesn't like any of them.
No.
He is very modest. He's a very modest guy.
Yeah.
Or maybe he just prefers
really
maybe he prefers his compliments on his physical appearance to come from females. I don't know. That seems like a realistic possibility.
I mean, you
also.
do have the Merkin rocking here. So.
I do. That comes from Muff, damn it. Ask Goltz. I promise.
The Muff is strong with this one.
But Jeff is always in there participating, commenting on all the posts and stuff. And I thought, damn it, it's about time that man gets himself a little certificate to hang on the wall, you know?
Yeah, buddy.
Hell yeah. So Jeff Scales, thanks for supporting us. You get the golden grasshopper this time around, buddy. I still got to put that on it. All this extra shit I've added, I haven't done the crickets yet.
It's cool. I'm good with it. It's more fun for me when it's, mine.
You sound less like a cat when you're doing it now.
Really?
Yeah, I think you've gotten your you're not doing it directly into the microphone, which is good because you need when you do it straight in, you get the noise of the air. It sounds like purring.
Well, that's
like, oh, that's a happy cricket.
Saturday night at the house. Somebody said something, and I just leaned back and I did it.
Why'd you lean back first?
And Scales goes, "Yo, actual crickets at the right time." And I looked at him. I was like, "That was me, bro." And he's like, "Oh."
Did he have his pen?
Probably.
Yeah, he always does.
He's enjoying himself.
That's right.
Oh.
That's right. So my final thoughts on the cigar, definitely better at the end than the beginning.
Yeah,
I would recommend dry boxing if you get them from the house, which is cool. Or just get a size that's more conducive to my interests.
Yeah.
I'd say a Corona would be fantastic. But that's just me.
Yeah.
Great cigar, a lot of flavor, a lot of in-your-face attitude, the full body all the way through. Great when you pair it with the Francis Coppola.
That's cool. We got a pairing out of it this week, too.
I had to actually, for the kids at home, I had to make a note on the page to remind me to talk about the cigar again at the end. Because I told him, like, over the last week, I'm like, bro, I think we always get to the end of the show and we, like, never mention the cigar again.
Yeah, we always just kind of move away.
Like, we've actually gotten into a pattern of just lighting it and then never talking about it again.
Pretty much.
And, like, we do have some cigar-related topics that come up and make us feel, like, okay about ourselves. But it's like, what about that one we were smoking, the cigar of the week?
Yeah.
It's like, we don't have to give a rating, but, like, just hey, this is what we thought. And so I think it's important. Tabernacle has always been in my wheelhouse and one of my go-tos. So there's no real surprises here for me, but it is a stick that I enjoy. I wish you could have had it, too, so that the kids could have got some, like, actual expertise on the notes. by comparison.
Okay. I was like, not so much.
Well, you know,
I'm better at it than some.
you guys, you get what you paid for, you know?
Yeah. Junkies. Damn junkies. Peppa Patty's here.
Oh, just in time to say goodbye.
Just in time.
Just in time to say goodbye.
Yeah, it's about that time, everybody.
Hell yeah. The problem is
Yeah.
now I can't reach the board with the mic in the current position, so I gotta like lean forward. When I lean forward, you know it's time for the end.
I will see you next week.
This is not the end. It is not even the beginning of the end. It is perhaps the end of the beginning.
I feel like I understand that reference.
No? Yeah. That is the Kingsman.
Yes.
It's probably a reference from something else, but the Kingsmen say it, and that's
Yes.
a cool fucking movie.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic.
So I'm going to give the credit to them.
Yeah.
But make sure you guys join us every Friday at 6 p.m. when we air the show live on the Facebook group, or catch us on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform of choice. And next week, we will be smoking the Leaning House Honduran, made exclusively by Asylum for Dave at Leaning House. And you can get us stuff at thegalaxyboutique.com and use keyword junkies for free shipping on everything site-wide.
Salud.
What he said.
Yeah.